Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Fortron Academy. My name is Harshwats, and today I am going to tell you the five most important things you must learn about MS Word to work on it very efficiently. Now, let's go forward and talk about the point to be discussed in this video. So, in this video, I will tell you the basic concept that will help you to understand and work efficiently on Microsoft Word. So the first point is how to insert and remove line in between the paragraphs. Secondly, I will tell you how to understand the complexity of your document. Thirdly, I will tell you how to change the default font in your documents. Fourthly, I will tell you how to make landscape and portrait page in the same documents. And fifth, and in the end, I will help you in understanding how to add serial number to your tables easily. So all these things will be discussed in today's video in Microsoft Word. Now to understand each of the concepts separately, we will go into Microsoft Word. Now we are in Microsoft Word. So this is our document. In here there's a lot of things written about the Microsoft. So we will discuss our first point in which I will tell you how to insert the line in between paragraph. So first of all you must know what is paragraph and why do we need the line to insert in between the paragraphs. So the ending of a paragraph is looking like this. So in here there is comma, after that I put on enter, and in the next paragraph we come. So there are two paragraphs. So this is one paragraph, this is another paragraph, this is third paragraph, so on so forth. So there are a lot of paragraphs in our documents. Now in certain cases I want to make a line in between these two paragraphs. In that case, how can I do that? So that is quite easy. You just have to click right in front of the paragraph in which or just above you want to enter the line. Like in our case, I want to enter the line above this paragraph and below this paragraph. So where do I click? I will click on in front of in. So this is where I should click. In other case, if I want to insert the line in between these two paragraphs, this one and this one, where should I click? I will click on in front of Microsoft because I want to insert the line just above this paragraph. So we will go with in. So when I click on in, you just have to type triple dash 1 2 3. So you have typed triple dash. After that, just click on enter. So when you click on enter, you will see there is a line inserted in between these two paragraphs. So just entering the line is not enough. Like if you have gone through your documents, you will made a few changes in it. After that you got to know you have to remove this line. Earlier you can done that just by undo it, but now you have made changes in your document and you do not want to undo those changes. So how can I remove these lines? So there are a lot of options through which you can do that. Either you just have to click on backspace, you will see three dotted dash again, or again I will just insert the line. I will tell you another option. So this is the backspace one option. Other is you must know the basic concept that why there is line in between these two paragraphs and what is it called. So this line is actually called the paragraph breaks because it breaks the paragraph. If you do not want to use the backspace option, there is another option that is available to you. In that case, you have to select these two paragraphs, the first line of the below paragraph and the line of the end line of the above paragraph. So I have selected these two lines. After that, I will go into a home tab. In a home tab, you will see a paragraph options. In a paragraph options, like I've told you, this is a paragraph break. In that case, you will go into the border section. So in a border section, you will go into no border. So you will see the line has been removed. So there are a lot of things that you can insert through or you can remove the line. And if you want to insert, just again click on it. So You can do that. So you can choose anything according to your own desire. So I have told you about inserting and removing the line in between the paragraph. Now we will move on to the second point in which I will tell you how to know the readability and complexity of your documents. First of all, why do you need to understand the readability? Because to understand the readability is very much important to a writer, because you know that how many person could read your documents. If you write a complex documents, not everybody could read it. So you must know what is the readability. So in many cases, person actually uses the third party software to understand the complexity and readability of your documents. In that case, you just have to, in that case, mostly people do what? Actually, they copied the whole document and just paste it in the third party software in which they will check the readability and complexity of your documents. But actually, the Microsoft Word provide you all this facility. You don't have to go into the third party software. In Microsoft, you have to just put in one option, that is just unclick, you have to just on it. How can you do that? In that case, you have to go into the file tab, just click on it. After that, go into the options section, just click on it. After that, you will go into the words option. In the words option, you will see there are a lot of things available to you. You have to click on proofing. In a proofing section, you will see there is one bracket that is unchecked, that is show readability statistics. So when I click on it, after that I put it OK. I will again get back to my documents. Now this is our documents. Now how to know the readability statistics? I have put on the options that is available for readability statistics, how to access it. So you just have to click on editor options. So if you are using the word which is lower than 2017, you have to use the spell check error. In that case, you will see the readability statistics. In a new software after 2017 2019, you will see an editor option. In an editor option, when you click on it, you will see the suggestions. So there is one spelling mistake, I will click on it. So I will again click on Microsoft. Now you will see this is our readability statistics. This is a count, this is average. Now this is a readability. So this is the readability options, which is the most important out of all these readability statistics. So this is a reading ease, this is a grade level, and this is a passive sentences. In a reading ease, you get to know our score is 6.3. That means it is difficult to read. It should be above 60. So you know that your document is easily readable by everyone. And after that, we will go into the grade level. When you see a grade level, the point is around 20.5. That means the person should be above 20.5 grade to understand our document. So this is a case in our documents. So this is actually the hard thing. I will go into something that is actually easy. We will go into the other document that I have used and pasted from a blog. So this is our documents. Again, we will go into the editor. You will see there are few things. First of all, you have to correct everything. So there is something error. So I will click on it. Again, there is something error. Ignore all. Ignore all. So resume checking. So there's grammatical error. So I will click on. After that, there's formality. Ignore once, ignore once, ignore once, ignore once. So after doing all these things, you must know all should be checked. After that only you will see the readability statistics. Now this is actually the blog. This document is actually taken from the blog. So if you see the readability statistics in this, the reading ease is 77.3. That means it is easily readable by everyone. While the earlier document which I copy pasted from Wikipedia about Microsoft is at not reading ease, but actually the blog is always written in a way that it is readable by everyone. That is why our reading ease is 77.3. I told you it should be above 60, but in our case we are seeing 77.3. That means everyone could easily read it. So we will move on to the other thing, that is grade level. So grade level is in here is 5.8. Actually, whenever the grade level is below 6, everyone could read and basically understand what you have written. So as I've told you, blog is written in a way to understand by each and everyone. So that's why we have a reading is about 77.3 and grade level is 5.8. So again, I will tell you the basic criteria in reading is the readability should be above 60 and grade level should be below 6. It's always depend on the document what you are writing. If you are a PhD and if you are a good researcher, your reading is and grade level is actually already higher than this, because it's always depend on the topic you are using. If I write on myocardial infection and TB, their reading is and grade level is actually high, rather than this is actually the blog. Now I have covered the second point. Now we will move on to the third point, how to make changes in the default font in your documents. So in our documents we have the Times New Roman 11.5. When I inserted it, this is the font which is actually given to our documents. But in certain cases, like in certain companies, there is criteria that you should use the 12 point Times New Roman or an Arial that is 12 point. How can you do that? You just have to make a few changes in it. Like if you I want to make it default, like every time I open a document and every time I write something in it, it should be in Arial 12 point, because it's my company policy. In that case, you just have to go into the home tab. In a home tab there's a font option. In a font option there is one option that is font, that is either you can use a control D. When you click on this option you will see a font option. So in here you will see the fonts, like I will use an Arial. Just type Arial. So this is an Arial. I want to go for the 12. So which is actually the company policy. So now you just click on set as default. When you click on it, you will see an options. Do you want to set the default font to Arial 12 point font color dark gray for this document only, or document based on the normal templates? So it will be asked, like for this document only you want to make this default, or for all the documents? That depends on your company policy or depends on according to your own desire. Certainly some person always prefer Times New Roman for 12 points, so accordingly you can change according to your desire. In our case I will go with this document only. If you are in a company where there is criteria for something like that, you have to go for the old documents. After that just click on OK. Now you will see your changes has happened. Now everything is in Arial and 12 point. This is how you make changes in the default font of your documents. And if you want to change for the all the normal templates, you can do that. In that case you just have to click, rather than this you have to click on this. Now we will move on to the fourth point, in which I will tell you how to make landscape and portrait page in the same documents. So in a document you must know what thing you want in a portrait and what thing you want in a landscape. So I want this paragraph in a portrait. So no, sorry, this paragraph in a landscape and this paragraph in a portrait. So after clicking here, you will move on to the layout tab. When you click on a layout tab, there is an option in a page setup that is breaks. When you see this page break, you will go into the section breaks. So I will click on the section break. So you will see the new page has been inserted and everything in our document is inserted in our second page, because I put a section break in here, because this paragraph I want in different orientation, which is a landscape. So again I will click on it. Now I will again insert a page break, because after this paragraph I want this the remaining paragraph in our portrait only. So again I will click on the end of our paragraph. Again I will go into the break section. In a break section I will again click on to the next page. So when I click on it, you will see the new page has been inserted and the remaining remaining things will be moved on to another page. Now we are left with this page. In our case, we again go back to the page which want to change for the different orientation. So I want to change the orientation of this page and make it into a landscape. So I will again click on it. You have to just click anywhere on the page you want to make changes in it. Again, orientation, I will make a landscape. So it will take a few seconds. Now you will see our changes has happened. Now we have this one in portrait, now other one in a landscape, and third one in a portrait. So this is how you make changes in the orientation in the same file. So the break is one of the most crucial thing. If you do not know, you are just wasting a lot of time to understand this concept, because the section break, especially the next page, is one of the crucial thing and will help you to work efficiently in Microsoft Word. Now, after covering this point, we will move on to the fifth and last point of our video, in which I how to add serial number to our table easily. First of all, we will go to the other document. So this is our document, this is our table. So now I want to insert the serial number to our table. So one case is, you just have to select this one. So either you just click on here. Now you will go into the insert section and insert a row to the left, that is insert column to the left. So you will see the new column has been inserted. Again, you will increase the size of it. So now you want to write the serial number. So in one case you have to just write one. So so it is a cumbersome work. I don't want to do that. So how you can do all these things easily? So you just have to go in here, select this. After that, in a home tab, go into the paragraphs in a numbering section. So you will see an option here, number alignment. So when you click on it, you will see the number has been inserted to your table. So this is a easy procedure for inserting a number in your table. So with this point, I am going to end this video, and I hope your queries have been cleared, and if not, kindly write us in comment section and we will surely get back to you. And if this video helps in any way, kindly drop us a like and don't forget to subscribe our channel for amazing videos in future. Till then, have an amazing and good day.